Hi Year 4 and welcome to our third PSHCE lesson on perseverance and resilience. Today's focus is Ish by Peter Reynolds. A few starting thoughts to get us off the mark. Have you ever tried to do something and it turned out to be, well, kind of alright? It's not perfect, but sort of correct. Have you ever made an Ish? Have you ished? I know that I have. To be honest, I ish more times than I can imagine and I can count in my life. And this is an example of one of my ishes. It's a wood store that I built, or at least a wood store-ish that I built. To be honest, it's not collapsed yet, so I'm viewing that as a positive. And I built it out of all parts of my fence, just as a way of getting rid of some of the wood. But I've got to be honest with you, woodwork is not my thing. I usually rely on my dad, but COVID means that he can't do that. There were a few interesting parts of this process, and there were a few bits that I had to bash back apart again and start again. They didn't really work, but I kept on ishing, and I finished up with something that looks a bit like a wood store. It appears to do the job, at least for now. So, perseverance and resilience, and to be honest, my entire life is made up of issues, okay? Things I've done that kind of does the job that might not be perfect, but is there or thereabouts. And to be honest with you, that's quite normal, okay? Because the next time that you ish, you'll make a better job of it. And then you'll ish after that and make a better job of it until eventually you get something that is pretty near perfect or as good as it's going to get. So it's okay to have that. But the key bit is to actually have a go at something in the first place. And if it doesn't work, well, that's okay. Try again. Change something about it. Improve it in some way. This is what we call perseverance. And that's the ability to keep trying at something and not giving up and learning from your mistakes. It builds resilience. So let's hear the story of Ish by Peter Reynolds. So this is the same man, the same author who wrote the book The Dot. So let me just find it here. And I'll keep it minimized again because it stops it sticking and doing all sorts of stuff. And here we go. Ish.
Ish by Peter H. Reynolds. Ramon loved to draw. Anytime, anything, anywhere. One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother, Leon, leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. "What is that?" he asked. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and threw it across the room. Leon's laughter haunted Ramon. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. "I'm done." Marisol, his sister, was watching him. "What do you want?" he snapped. "I was watching you draw," she said. Ramon sneered. "I'm not drawing. Go away." Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. "Hey, come back here with that!" Ramon raced after Marisol up the hall and into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. He stared at the crumpled gallery. "This is one of my favorites," Marisol said, pointing. "That was supposed to be a vase of flowers," Ramon said, "but it doesn't look like one." "Well, it looks vase-ish," she exclaimed. "Vase-ish?" Ramon looked closer. Then he studied all the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. "They do look ish," he said. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt, loose lines, quickly springing out, without worry. Ramon once again drew, and drew the world around him. Making an ish drawing felt wonderful. He filled his journals. Tree-ish, house-ish, boat-ish, afternoon-ish, fish-ish, sun-ish. Ramon realized he could draw ish feelings too. Peace-ish, silly-ish, excited-ish. His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. Ponder, pond, ponder, dream yonder, pond, pond, yond, yond, gleam, wander. Ramon. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even ish words and ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. And Ramon lived ishfully ever after. The Endish.
Right then, so again, another wonderful story by Peter Reynolds. Now, if we look at that, it's a similar sort of story to The Dot. In this case here, though, it's about having a go at something and it not being quite right, not being perfect, but understanding that it's not perfect, but it's there or thereabouts, and then having another go and another go and another go. And his drawings, his ish drawings, his ishes, then led on from art and into his writing. So he wrote a poem, Ish. And the more poemish it became, the more accurate a poem it became afterwards. So again, it's those small steps to achieving something that is truly great when you are finished. So your task today, now we all know that art can be difficult and it also can take an awful long time, as many of you discovered during our drawing and sketching unit of work in autumn term. But you know something, and I think I speak for myself and Miss Cross, that we were both very, very proud of how well you all kept trying and trying and trying and trying, practicing your skills and learning new skills along the way, and then using those skills to improve your work. So in time, every single person was able to draw. So today what I'd like you to do is to have a go at drawing some ishes. So I'd like you to have a go at the following: a tree-ish picture, a car-ish picture, a house-ish picture, a vase-ish picture, and an ish picture of your own. So this is your sheet here, and in each of those boxes, I want you to draw your ish. I really look forward to seeing these. Good luck. See you later. Bye-bye.